Hey guys, have you ever wanted to buy a mouse but was unsure about how long it's going to last you? Well, today I'm going to give you my opinion on the Corsair M65 RGB 3 years after I bought it. So I use the M65 as a daily driver and I've clocked over 6,000 hours on it, and I use it mainly for gaming and editing. The mouse still has the old Corsair logo on it, but they went for the three flags logo and they are still using that today, but that's really cosmetic at the end of the day if you ask me. In terms of the specs of the mouse, there's obviously the full RGB. It's got 3 addressable zones. There's adjustable DPI up to 8,200 DPI, but I think the new one's now around the 12,000 DPI mark. So if that tickles your fancy, that's definitely going to be more attractive for you. But the other thing that it has is the sniper button, which gives better control by quickly reducing the DPI when you press the button down. The left and right mouse buttons have Omron switches rated at 20 million clicks. I think there are better ones out there, up to 50 million if I'm not mistaken, but at the time that is pretty good and it still holds up today. There are obviously 8 programmable buttons and there are some removable weights for better customization on your mouse. But in all honesty, what I really used in the last 3 years is I used the RGB, the DPI settings. I didn't touch the weights because the weight was fine for me. I got used to it quite quickly. And the sniper button took me a little while to get used to, but it works well, even though I tend to use it more in my editing than in gaming. The condition of the mouse after 3 years, I would say, is pretty good. The sides of the mouse where your thumb and your pinky would be have started to become a little bit smoothed out, where there used to be a grippy feel, but that's, I suppose, with wear and tear is acceptable. The weights have rusted a little bit underneath, but that's my fault. I think someone washed the mouse pad and just left the mouse on there, and that could have been what caused it. The cable was getting slightly frayed just in front of the mouse there, and I then opted for a mouse bungee, which has really gone a long way in looking after the cables for me. The other issue that I have of the mouse at this stage is one part of the RGB doesn't register anymore, but that's kind of forgivable. I don't even see it anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me, and it doesn't affect its functionality. The things I would change on the mouse though is the padded feet underneath. It has 2 large pads on the left and the right, and they tend to pick up a lot of debris, and it's pretty annoying, seeing as though I'm using quite a hard mouse pad. I'm not using one of those material mouse pads. I'm not sure how it's going to work on those, but I can tell you what, on the hard mouse pad that I've got, it really does pick up every little bit of dust, and you can feel it in your movement of the mouse, so it makes it a bit annoying that I have to keep cleaning the mouse pad either before I use it or sometimes even during gameplay. So that's something to bear in mind as well. And then also, you know, the mouse comes with a 2-year warranty, and once you're out of that warranty, it's sort of open to you to now try and clean out underneath the switches, or maybe you want to replace the switches. But what I found is the screws underneath are Torx screws, and they're very, very small, so unless you've got like a cell phone kit or something, it's not really a standard sort of purchasable size. I took both my sets of Torx in my house and none of them fit, so I had to go out and get a special one in order to be able to open the mouse and service it properly. So that might be something for you guys that you might want to bear in mind. Then finally, I would say the robust aluminium body is absolutely amazing. It's a really good design. It's really strong. Even after all this time, the mouse doesn't creak or squeak or anything. It is really, really sturdy. The switches are still going really well. They still have feedback. I can hear them. It's very good. The mouse wheel as well, still got its tactile feedback, still running smoothly, no issues with that. And save for the RGB issue and the occasional catching of debris under the padding, this would be a great purchase in the long run. And I think it's evident in Corsair's newer models, which are identical in looks. Obviously a little bit of different branding in that, but I think they've gone with the option of if it's not broken, don't fix it, which is really, it sort of shows at the end of the day, because the mouse really does, even after all this time and abuse and use and whatever I've done with this thing, it has stood the test of time, and the design is sort of showing through, and it's still going, and the design hasn't changed, so it obviously works. And if you are looking for a good daily driver, this is a good mouse to go for. I would recommend it to anybody. So in conclusion, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you did, please subscribe if you want to see more, and as usual, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.